Using textures to enhance your photographs is one of the quickest ways to boost color, improve lighting, or evoke a certain mood or feeling. Textures allow you to achieve an effect as if you had used an action, except you'll have much more control over the finished product. I have opened in Photoshop the photo that I'll be working on, and I've duplicated this layer and set it to the side so that we can see our before and after as we're working and when we're finished. To begin, I'm going to add a texture, and to do that I'll go to File, Place, and select the texture I'd like to work with. I'm going to go with a sort of grungy, broody feeling to mask the expression on this gentleman's face, and you can't really see our female subject, so she seems a little bit mysterious. So that's why I'm choosing this particular mood. So I'm going to select a texture, and I'll choose Place, and then I'll rotate it and position it into place, and I'm going to set that to soft light, and that looks really good. I'm going to add a little bit more texture to it by adding another texture on top. I'll go to File, Place, and this time I'm going to choose this one. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of yellow and lightness here, and since the light is coming from this side, I'm going to go ahead and rotate the lighter side over to the side where the light is coming from. Now, to determine how you want your texture to appear, you want to toggle through your blend modes, and I normally start at normal. Although I'm pretty well aware what different blend modes do, I may not know how they're going to apply this particular texture, so I usually like to cycle through them all, and to do that I just check normal, and then I use my keyboard arrow keys using the down key, and I just apply each one until I find something that I'm happy with. And in this case, I'm going to go with multiply, and I'm going to go up here and adjust my opacity until it looks good to me, and I like it right around 40%. And what I'm going to do is duplicate this layer, and this time I'm going to set the opacity to overlay, and I'm going to lower it to about 19%. And now you can see that there's already a dramatic difference between our photograph. Now, if I happen to zoom up here, you'll see that there is a lot of texture applied to his face, and that does not look good at all. So to compensate for that, we'll go ahead and add a layer mask to each one of these texture layers. To do that, you just click on the layer, come down to the bottom of your layers panel, and click on Layer. Then you want to come over to your Tools palette, click on a brush. I have a brush selected, size 300 with 0 hardness, and my color is black. And then I'll come down here to my first layer, click directly on the layer mask, and then begin painting that out. Now, I'm not going to go too far away from the center. I really just want to focus on the center. And that looks good. So what we're going to do now is just cement the deal. We'll go to Adjustments, and then we'll add a curves layer, and then we'll boost that up a bit. We'll go up to our curves layer and adjust that accordingly if you want. Lower the opacity. If you like what you see, you can finalize that. In this case, I'm going to lower these layers just a little bit. In fact, I'm going to turn off this overlay layer. And there you have it. And as you can see, in less than the time it took to create this tutorial, we have created a dramatic and stunning effect using textures.